Life54 here on X and Stock Twits with a little update on the new startup ticker AAGC Hollywood Star Cuts. Folks, wow, what a last couple of weeks that we have had here on this ticker. This thing has entered the power zone and has hit 52-week high, sitting at dub 20 as of Friday's close of business. So tremendous last 2 to 3 weeks. We saw some quite the action on the price here with this one. I think is folks are finding it out there in the market. We have some big updates coming this week that let us see the latest Q with further updates to be released, I would imagine, on some of the current initiatives that the company's working on. I did not expect to see this move this quick, to be honest. I thought that we would maybe see it, kind of churn around the 12, 13, 14 maybe range. But it surprised me as we took off pretty thin on the way up. Just goes to show that a lot of folks have been buying in and tucking those shares away for this one. So quite fun to watch this thing grow. Finally, it's been a while, right? Many months of watching this thing kind of build out, garner some credibility. And here we are, so just be careful out there as some may seek to trade this with the current setup. You see these moves up 30, 40, 50% in a week or close to it. You're going to see some folks come in here, come out of the woodwork to try to trade this. So it could be turbulent there for a little while. But we don't see anything right now, with the company, just quite the contrary to anything not bullish, really. Right now, we've got some updates coming. We should have those starting, this week. So that comes with the territory. And for future investors out there, let's keep grounded. The facts are straightforward. We know that they are expanding locations currently. I believe it's at 21, 22 locations fully open today. And come February, March, and April, we know that they stated they were going to be opening up another, I think it's 7 to 8 locations that will be fully converted to Hollywood Star Cuts from the Fantastic Sam's franchises. So we know they have zero debt, about to be confirmed yet again with the filing. I believe that'll be happening this week. They were trying to get it out, I know, last week, but they couldn't make it with, what was going on with the markets, holidays, whatever. They don't have any convertible shares, guys. They've been buying back shares, right? We saw it in the last filings. We're about to get an update on that with these filings. Been buying back for nearly a year now, maybe 9 months or so. And that's also in the filings. So we know those are some facts that we have, right? We know that the audit has been submitted to the OTC. That's another fact, right? To FINRA OTC. For approval. It's with them right now, and we'll probably get an update on that as well, as that's a big undertaking, and that looks to be soon as well. You just don't see that very often with an OTC company. I can probably count on one hand how many of those I've seen actually come to fruition over the last decade. That were real. So pretty big deal there. Love it. We know that there's a new app been developed. It's in with Apple and Google right now. Once that gets approved, Google's also working with Hollywood Star Cuts on the website for all that gee whiz good stuff for folks that are looking to looking for a salon. So that's all going to be approved here soon. I'm probably get an update on that as well. And then we can kind of see what's going on with that. That's going to be beautiful. So new app, which, consumers are going to be able to download. I use an app with the company that I go get my haircut with. I mean, it's nice, easy. You can, do your appointments on there. It's just kind of what you need today, in the space. So we're going to be up to date, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. Website will be live. That'll be great. We'll be able to see and give a little bit more legitimacy to the company. So a lot of this stuff has been working, and they've been working on this stuff. So it's going to be really nice to see it all kind of come together. They got the new hair care line developed, right? That's coming out. We'll see that in new locations here soon. I'm sure we'll get an update on that. And these are the things that we know, right? These are the facts. These are the things that are going on. These are the, let's call it catalysts that we have in front of us as this continues to bake out. I don't do price projections. A lot of people have been asking me, where do you think this is going to go? Do you see it going to, a penny, a nickel, dime? This is going to be dollars someday. We got to keep it all into perspective. This thing is just getting built out, right? We know we have 1.7 billion shares. We know a lot of those are tied up, and it's pretty tight as it's been moving over the last, week or two. But, do I know where it's headed? I have no idea. Do I see it above, in copper in due time? I could see it happening, especially with the trajectory and what these guys are working on. I don't know how much further it's going to go up or if it's going to go ballistic and, go crazy. It could, right? You just never know in the OTC. They did $1 million in the last Q. We don't even have all the stores baked in yet, right? So $1 million the last Q. We don't even have all the stores baked in yet. We haven't anniversaried many of these store locations yet either, right? So we're going to have like Q by Q by Q that we're going to have all these, incremental sales coming through, additional sales coming through from locations that went live that weren't there a year before. So I envision a lot of Qs here with some real growth, over time. So, I think it's going to be a really great thing to kind of watch unfold. We just haven't really seen this all happen, right? So let's not forget also, we got Entrepreneur Magazine coming up. I think that's going to be in April. Top 50 franchises to watch list going live. This is a great development for this startup. I mean, how many startups do you see that get kind of notoriety from an industry standard leader in the space? I think that's going to be a nice, win to the sales there. Keep also in mind they're playing in a $43 billion a year industry that is growing, right? $43 billion last year in the United States in the hair salon business is a pretty big number, right? And we are tiny, right? We are tiny, but we've got all those ingredients, right? We're in a recession-proof business. Folks are always going to need a haircut. We'll spend money on this often, right? And what percentage of this massive $43 billion industry can Hollywood Star Cuts get over time, right? The concept's proven at this point. They're starting to scale. That's already, commenced, right? So how high is truly high? We just don't know. We don't really know. But I know that management has done a great job communicating, doing the right things with the company to support growth, also supporting shareholders at the same time. And it's not often we see this from a pink sheet. Folks, I encourage you to do some due diligence out there. Take a look. This thing is going to have some great news coming out this week. A lot of good things going for it. I think they're going to have another conference call coming up. So, I'll be sharing all that information as it comes through. But be sure if you see that there's a conference call, jump on this next call. Come with some questions if you have them. But how often do we have this opportunity to invest in a startup in a space? It's zero debt, right? They've talked about we don't have any convertible debt. We can see that in the disclosures. There's not going to be any RS, right? No reverse split on this stock. They're buying back stock. North of 50 million shares have already been bought back. We're going to see an updated number on that. We just don't see it. We just don't see it very often down here. I'm excited about this one because of just the fundamentals and where it's at and what we, can calculate on what maybe the future looks like for this. Can you envision this thing on, your corner, right? I think we can. I think the concept is there. I think there's, we're going to be north of 30 stores. They've got folks that have lined up for another a round of stores in Florida. I think it was 5 to 7 stores that are on the books this year, or at least a letter of intent. They're working through all the details now, and there's other ones right in the pipeline. So just thinking about what the trajectory of this thing is, and they continue to be debt free. Like there's no debt. Like it's just mind blowing to me. But anyway, sitting at dub 20, maybe we see it drop a little bit this week and we churn for a bit. Maybe it takes a huge jump to the north and then we settle in the 20s. Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe it goes to half a penny this week, with folks clamoring to get in to get shares. of this company for a long-term investment. So I can tell you, once the audit's finished up, it's going to open up a lot more investors, a lot more, platforms to be able to, take a position in this company. It'll be very interesting with institutional. I don't know, right? With institutional, but when the audit is done, right, we're starting to get looks from Entrepreneur Magazine. We're on some lists. We're growing. We're scaling. Who wouldn't want something like that in a portfolio? So, I mean, there's a lot of scenarios here that could make this thing just moon. But, do your due diligence, take a peek. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not telling you to sell it. I'm just telling you to look at it, right? And see what it is. Oh, study it. Hell, watch the damn thing. But anyway, really excited about this. Great updates here coming this week, guys. Keep your eyes on the markets. Good luck out there, and I'll see you.